Oh, come on. You were doing just fine. There's always something, isn't there? Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Dennis Field on the campus of Milton Academy in Milton, Massachusetts. Here to bring you some independent school league varsity girls soccer action between the hosting Mustangs of Milton Academy and the visiting Zebras of Groton. Should be an interesting one here today. Apologies in advance. The Wi-Fi early on is a little in and out. Hopefully this improves over the course of our broadcast. If not, I will post a higher quality recorded version onto this same channel later today. In the meantime, we will take a look at the two teams' rosters. First off, the Milton Academy Mustangs coming in with an 0-3 record, trying to gain their first win of the season. You can see them over here on my right in the dark blue jerseys. Going in order of jersey number as we quickly go through the roster, we got a little less than 5 minutes before this game gets underway. For Milton Academy, starting off going in jersey number order, we have a freshman midfielder from right here in Milton, Massachusetts, number 1, Alyssa Ruiz. We have a junior midi from Norwell, Massachusetts, number 2, Zola Alcaro. We have a sophomore midi also from Norwell, Massachusetts. That's number 4, Michelle Rubez. A sophomore forward from Hingham, number 6, Abby Dunn. A sophomore midi from Boston, number 8, Jordan Stukin. A sophomore midi from West Tisbury, number 9, Claire Monet. A junior forward from Pembroke, number 10, Kat Buckley. A senior midi from Dover, number 11, Carly Bell. A junior defender from Milton, number 13, Audrey Howley. A junior forward from New Rochelle, New York, number 15, Amanda Allegria. A senior defender from Jamaica Plain, Massachusetts, number 16, Haley Englert. A senior forward from Milton, number 17, Sarah George. A junior defender from Hingham, number 19, Ella Walsmith. A senior midi from Milton, number 20, Jane Feeney. A sophomore forward from Milton, number 21, Sophie Petherick. A senior defender from Hingham, number 22, Anna Cressman. A junior forward, a junior forward from Milton, number 24, Annie Renz. A junior defender from Norton, number 25, Bryn Leahy. A senior forward from Roslindale, number 26, Ava McNeil. A junior defender from Hamilton, New York, number 28, Abby Holcomb. And then we have our two goalkeepers on this Milton Academy roster. First off, alternatively wearing number 0 or 29, a junior from Maynard, Massachusetts, Claire Candela. And then alternatively wearing either number 99 or number 30, another junior, this one from Milton, Massachusetts, Adriana Ruiz. The Milton Academy girls soccer team is coached by Peter Kahn, James La Rochelle, and Rachel Abernethy. A little less than 2 minutes before we get this one underway. Once again, I am Jesse Mayfield Sheehan, bringing you live coverage of this Independent School League girls soccer contest between the Milton Academy Mustangs and the Groton School Zebras. Milton Academy coming into this with an 0-3 record. Had a less than ideal start to the season. They suffered a season opening loss at Lawrence Academy on September 25, 3-1 that final. They had their home opener at Barrelson Field, still on the campus here at Milton Academy. That's the turf field that is also used for field hockey and lacrosse. They fell to Thayer Academy in that home opener on September 29, exactly 1 week ago. That score was also 3-1. Then, this most recent Saturday, they went out to Middlesex School for another road game and suffered a 2-0 loss. So, Milton Academy looking for that first win of the season here against Groton. The two teams finishing their warm-ups. They're getting about ready to come out and get this game underway. Two teams huddling up. Once again, we've got the home team, Milton Academy Mustangs, in the dark blue jerseys over on the benches on my right. While on the benches on my left, we have the visitors, the Groton School Zebras, fittingly in black and white colors. It's interesting. Zebras is not really a mascot name you hear a lot, and that's too bad. Zebras are a cool animal. They should use that more often. The two teams in their pregame huddles. While we wait this out, I'll go through the Groton School roster as far as I can before things get going. They have it in alphabetical order rather than numerical. First off, a junior midi from Tingsboro, Massachusetts, number 8, Karenna Beckstein. A junior forward from San Francisco, California, number 17, Kaylin Cagney. A senior defender from Wayland, Massachusetts, number 4, Grace Crowley. A sophomore goalkeeper from Westfield, Massachusetts, number 0, Morgan Fillion. A sophomore defender from Mexico City, Mexico, number 21, Luisa Garcia Ramos Petricioli. A junior midi from Townsend, Massachusetts, number 9, Allison Candle. A junior defender from Groton, Massachusetts, number 19, Lindsay Manugian. A senior forward from Auburn, Massachusetts, number 2, Caroline Messina. A freshman midi from Concord, Massachusetts, number 3, Genevieve Nelson. As we can now see the players, I think Milton Academy is running suicides as they come out onto the field. You know what? I give them points for originality there. Keeps the opposing team on their toes. They don't know whether they're coming or going. Looking at this setup, it looks like Milton Academy will be starting things off here, and this will be number 24, Annie Renz, in the middle, getting us underway. Bright sun and a warm 70 degrees here at Dennis Field as we get this one underway. Milton Academy slowly rolling it, the grass providing plenty of friction for these passes, and we've got an early collision, and it's lost out of bounds. That'll be Milton Academy ball. The throw-in goes down the line and is immediately taken away by Groton, but then taken right back. Nice effort. I think that was number 4, Michelle Rubez, on the defensive play there. Ball now goes back to the goalkeeper, number 99, Adriana Ruiz. Couple quick passes. They get it to number 1, Alyssa Ruiz, but she can't stay with it. Ball is taken away by Groton. They kick it down the near side to number 26, Ava McNeil, chasing it down along the wing. Loses it out of bounds due to the pressure from Groton's number 8, Karenna Beckstein. Or no, my mistake, that's number 9, not number 8. That is Allison Candle. So Candle throws it in towards the middle, bounces, and then collected for a second, but then taken away. A shot just floats into the arms of Ruiz, and she rolls it over to McNeil along the near side. McNeil sends a pass, finds Alyssa Ruiz. Centering kick just misses the mark there, taken away by Groton. Good opportunity here, but well defended for a second, but now a big chance. Adriana Ruiz trying to be aggressive and just blocked by a defender. Good effort on the defense by Milton Academy. Hard to see exactly which defender got between that ball and the net. That was a big chance for the Zebras early in this one, as again, Milton Academy trying to work the clear and again struggling with it. That ball is lost out of bounds, and now Milton Academy throws it in. It crosses over to the Zebras side for the first time so far, and the deflection away was taken for a second by number 11, but now breaking through for a second there was Candle. Now it's kicked into open space. Alyssa Ruiz in pursuit. And now cutting it off is number 17, Sarah George. Passes back to Ava McNeil. Centering kick finds number 6, Abby Dunn. Dunn dribbling with it, passes it back. Finds number 9, Claire Monet. Monet sends it down the far side. Milton with some space to dribble. A nice move through the defender. Pass ahead, going for Renz, and she couldn't quite control it, so the defense caught up. Nice centering pass, though, finds number 20, Jane Feeney, but the ball is taken away and kicked out of bounds. Possession will stay with Milton. Throw-in will come from number 16, Haley Englert. Englert throws it in. Ball stuck for a second, but then fought off by Renz. Pass down the line for Sarah George. George fights through a defender. Good chance here. Centering kick is deflected off a defender and out of bounds. This will be our first corner kick of the day. Milton Academy fighting back nicely. And it looks like taking the corner kick will be number 1, Alyssa Ruiz. There's the raised arm. The kick. Aiming for Jane Feeney, number 20, and just too crowded by the defender. Nothing doing there. Groton kicks it away. Ruiz tracks it down, tries a retreating pass back to number 4, Michelle Rubez. Lost out of bounds, and it's going to remain Milton ball. Englert will be throwing it in again. Throws it in for number 11, Carly Bell. Bell back to Englert, and then a pass to Feeney. Feeney once again getting swarmed, and Groton takes it away. A floater pass down the line, but cut off well by Rubez. She's been busy on that far side defensively early in this one, and she's been doing a good job so far. A nice leading pass, and I think they might have called... Did they call a... I think they called a penalty on Groton. I was surprised they blew the ball dead there, because there was no way that was offsides. But either way, the free kick is going to be taken by Rubez. And pass immediately intercepted. That is number 2, Caroline Messina. But it's taken right back. Nice job by Englert. Couple passes ahead. This one's deflected. Battling for it now, and it's won by Groton. Long pass deflected at the last second. Nice effort by number 9, Claire Monet. Pass to McNeil, then to Ruiz. Back to McNeil. McNeil trying to gain the edge on her defender. Passes it down the line. Finds Annie Renz. Renz coming around the corner, attacking aggressively. Shot is saved. Milton providing the good pressure on that play. They had a player crashing the net, and that was Carly Bell. But just too tight of a space. No jersey number on the Groton goalie, so I can't quite tell who it is. It's either Morgan Fillion or Rose Shingles. Shingles is the older player, so safe to assume it's probably her. Off the out of bounds, we had a substitution for Groton, but now we got a throw in for Milton. Thrown in, battle for it, and it's taken by Feeney. Feeney tries to kick it into space, deflected, and then booted away, but then recovered. Nice job by number 6, Abby Dunn. Kick just didn't have enough mustard on it, and easily picked up by the goalkeeper. Punted high into the air towards midfield. Bounces in between a pair of players. And then it's tapped back to McNeil, who boots it in the air. Deflected back in Groton's direction. And a couple of lucky bounces. We've got a breakaway for Groton. Ruiz, the last chance, and what a save! But they recover it. The tantalizing loose ball, and this one off the bar! And recovered by Ruiz again. The Milton Academy defense making their fans sweat early today, and not just from the 70-degree heat. Couple of passes out of that recovery. It's with McNeil now. Passing it around, goes from Dunn back to Monet. Monet just dribbling with it. Passes ahead to Duns. Dunn turns around, passes over to Bell. Bell dribbling, pass ahead to Alyssa Ruiz. Ruiz kicks one through, just off the mark, kicked away by Groton, and now they're back on the attack. Groton had a real dangerous chance that last possession, but nothing doing this time as they're quickly cut off by Englert. Ball is sent down the line, recovered by the Zebras, but providing some pressure. Some forward pressure there, and a nice through pass, and it finds Renz. Renz trying to dribble around, running out of space, trying to tap it to Ruiz, couldn't do it. She manages to recover after the takeaway, but then it's taken away again, deflected by Feeney, and then collected by George. George getting stood up by her defender. And Groton takes it over, kicks it down the line. Groton on the attack again. This is Messina. Messina sending it along to number 9, and she rips it wide. Allison Candle wound up and fired hard on that one, but completely off the mark. Milton Academy now working on the clear. Speed down the line from, I believe that's Jane Feeney. A centering kick off the mark, or was it? Alyssa Ruiz, one player to beat. Jukes him out, fires, save by Shingles. Beautiful pass from Jane Feeney, and a great move to shake out the defender by Alyssa Ruiz, and she fired that so cleanly. She had a bit more of an angle off that one. That was a goal. Regardless, nice save by presumably Rose Shingles, and we're going to have a corner kick. Ruiz to kick the corner kick. Into the air it goes. More air on this one. Off the head of a defender. Carly Bell was right there trying to deflect it in, but didn't get the leverage. The kick goes back to Alyssa Ruiz. She's trying to gain the edge on her defender, but well defended. Trying to fake her out. Nice fake out. Winds up. Centering kick. Almost deflected in by George, but nothing doing. Clear kick goes back to Feeney. Feeney fires it into the box. Taken by Renz. Renz trying to fight her way through, but gives it up for George. It's kicked back to Bell, and now over to McNeil on the wing. McNeil trying to shake out her defender and fires a missile all the way across the field. My guess is she was trying to put that into the box, but just didn't get the right angle off her foot. And so that'll be out of bounds. A lot of offensive pressure from the Mustangs early in this one. Really from both sides, but Groton Zebras now trying to clear it. They send it down the line and lose it out of bounds. It's going to go right back to Milton Academy. The throw-in from Englert finds Feeney. Feeney being swarmed, but manages to kick it ahead, but out of bounds. Little over 30 minutes left here in the first half. Scoreless so far, but not for a lack of opportunities. Some nice saves already from both goalkeepers. As Milton Academy takes it away again, but the pass just off the mark, and bit of physical pushing down the line, lost out of bounds, and it'll be Milton ball. Thrown into Carly Bell. Bell sends it down the near side. Nobody there, but we got a whistle I think they called Groton for an offsides when they were just starting to take the ball back. Savvy moves by the Milton Academy defenders. The free kick from Monet is passed over to Rubez. Rubez sends it over to McNeil along the near side. Down the line for Alyssa Ruiz. Ruiz dribbling, centering pass, intercepted and kicked away. Fighting for the ball back is Jane Feeney. She's been winning those 50-50 balls a lot. Couple passes around, but then it's taken by Groton again. George trying to pursue. Milton not letting them dribble anything easily, but weaving through was number 8. A long floating pass. She's got her teammate. Dangerous chance again. Saved by Ruiz. A beauty of a pass from Karenna Beckstein set up a great chance for Caroline Messina, but Adriana Ruiz standing tall in net today for Milton Academy. It'll be a corner kick now for the Zebras. There's the signal. It's a low kick, immediately stolen away by the Mustangs. Kicked ahead, it skips by Renz and by Groton. Eventually taken by number 12. Pass into space is intercepted. It's taken by Carly Bell. Bell sends it ahead to George. George looking for Renz. Renz has the speed. She's got an opening. She's got room in front of her. Fires. Saved. Ruiz there for the rebound. Alyssa Ruiz trying to recover. Centering kick. Nobody there. How about the speed from number 24, Annie Renz? Another nice save, the only thing that stopped a goal there. This Groton goalkeeper, again, presumably, but not confirmed to be Rose Shingles, is doing a good job early. This one deflected out of bounds off of the foot of George. And this one is kicked away by Milton Academy, but then kicked away by Groton. It'll be out of bounds. The Mustangs will maintain possession. The throw-in goes to Carly Bell. Bell kicks it ahead, goes off the foot of George, I believe. Ruiz couldn't quite chase it down, and it's taken away by Groton once again. The kick rolls past Rubez, but it's tracked down by Monet. She kicks it back to Adriana Ruiz. She boots it into the air, finds Ava McNeil. McNeil one-on-one, trying to get around her defender. Help defense coming. She gets the pass ahead to Alyssa Ruiz. Centering kick, battled through and won, but then lost control of it. Alyssa Ruiz keeps it in bounds. Kick towards the middle finds Jane Feeney. Feeney dribbling with it with some space. Tries to lead George on the roller pass there. George swooping in, trying to take it away, but grabbed first by the keeper. I'll tell you, Sarah George stumbled a bit on her chase for the ball there. If she doesn't, maybe she gets that away from the keeper and has an open net to score on. So many close but no cigar moments early in this one, really for both teams. They're keeping this one exciting, and I'll tell you, as the guy watching and calling this, I'm loving it. Just under 26 minutes left here in the first half. The throw-in aimed at Feeney, but taken away. I believe that was Beckstein who cut it off, but then cutting it off here is Rubez. Rubez passes ahead, finds Renz. Now tapped for Alyssa Ruiz. Ruiz dribbling towards the middle. Taps one, just misses her mark, but finds George. George leading for Feeney, and I think they called offsides. Those timing passes towards the goal can be so tough when you're trying to just get past the defenders. Credit to both teams. They've done a nice job getting some open space for their attackers, as this one is booted across midfield. Down the line, the pass goes, deflected away for a second, and then taken away by Milton Academy. Carly Bell passes ahead. Attempted touch pass for Feeney is taken away. Now Groton back on the attack, but cut off again by Claire Monet. Off the head, and now Renz trying to chase after it. Still trying to chase after it. She's going to get there first. She taps it in! Goal for the Mustangs! Annie Renz again showing off that speed, getting to the ball before anybody else could, and an easy tap into the net. The Mustangs take the 1-0 lead over the Zebras with just over 24 minutes left here in the first half. Got a couple substitutions on Groton's side, and it looks like we got one on the Milton Academy side. I think number 6, Abby Dunn, checked out. I can't quite see the jersey number of the player who checked in, but I'm sure that'll come. Back to Beckstein, kicks it ahead. Was looking for Messina, but not there. Still a loose ball, and Beckstein picks it up. Dribbling through. Beckstein trying to find some opening here, showing some moves. Gets to the edge, and just cut off at the last second. Good defense there by the Mustangs. They recover the loose ball and keep up the pressure, showing a lot more urgency now that they're trailing by a score. This one is cut off for a second by Englert, but lost out of bounds. Throw in. Deflected. Feeney kicks it ahead, finds George, but George loses control of it. Groton takes it back, but then George taking it right back, sending it ahead for Renz. Renz trying to gain the edge on her defender. Well boxed out for a second, but then she gets the edge anyway. Trying to fight through one last player. She slips and falls, and it's taken away. Again, Abby Renz with the big pressure, using that speed of hers. But credit to the Groton defense. Some nice boxing out effort by number 12, who I can't find on my roster. But whoever it was, a good effort there to just slow down Renz enough for backup to come and shorten that gap. The throw-in from Milton Academy, attempted pass to Alyssa Ruiz is taken away. Kicked back. They try and get things going, but off the deflection, it's taken by McNeil. McNeil taps it ahead, finds Alyssa Ruiz. Or no, she doesn't. It's cut off. Now sent down the line. This is Messina, and she gets around her defender. Messina heading down the line, trying to gain the edge. Centering kick, finds her teammate number 5, cut off at the last second by Claire Monet, and they're going to call for a corner kick. Number 5, Ashley Rosenblum, almost had a big chance there. Just barely prevented. Looks like they're going to have number 8, Karenna Beckstein, deliver the corner kick here. This will be the second one of the day for Groton. Both teams have now had 2 corner kicks. Up in the air, this one goes over the head. Just barely whiffed on. And it's deflected out of bounds. It'll be another corner kick. That was number 3 who almost had the header there. That is Genevieve Nelson. Good chance for Nelson, but just a bit too high. Beckstein again to deliver the corner. Signal is up. The lefty kicker boots it high. Deflected off the head of Nelson, but then just the wrong angle. Renz tracks it down, and she's dribbling. Renz keeps it in bounds. Boots one into space. A deflection. Dangerous chance for Jane Feeney. She gets tripped up. She gets back up. Is there a whistle? No, there isn't. It's kicked out and cleared. Kicked back into the box. George winds and fires, but deflected away by a Groton defender. Well played by number 4 at the end there, Grace Crowley. We got some substitutions coming in. Checking out is number 17, Sarah George. And checking in now is number 10 for Milton Academy. That is Kat Buckley. Throw in now is headed back to the inbound thrower. Kicked into the air. And Milton Academy maintaining. Centering kick. Taken by Ruiz. Kicked and just rolls into the arms of the Groton keeper. Booted into the air by the keeper towards midfield. Deflected down by Bell. Kicked ahead by Englert to Renz. Renz trying to lead for Englert, but cut off by Crowley. Crowley sends it down the line. I believe that's Rosenblum who's chasing it, but beating her there was Claire Monet. She sends it back to Adriana Ruiz. Now back to Monet. Monet sends it ahead to a well-covered Abby Renz. Tapped back to Monet and then passed ahead along the far side. Now a scrum for the ball. It's kicked into space and taken by Groton. Off the head, booted and deflected. Scrum for the ball again. Carly Bell really fighting for it here. Alyssa Ruiz trying to time it right, but nothing doing there. A long kick by Beckstein is saved by Ruiz. Might have been wide anyway. Rolled into play for McNeil. McNeil centering pass to Ruiz. Ruiz sends it over to Bell. Bell tries to send it through just off the mark and booted away by number 6. Number 2, Messina trying to chase it, but it's taken by the defense, kicked back to Adriana Ruiz. Passed over to Monet. Monet kicks it ahead to Renz, who taps it over to the end for Englert. Englert sends it down the line and out of bounds. Throw in for Groton. They're trying to send it through for Messina, but cut off by McNeil. Scooped up by Adriana Ruiz. 18 minutes left to go here in the first half. Milton Academy 1, Groton School 0. The lone goal so far coming from Annie Renz. And that's Amy Zheng who tried to tap it back, but taken by Alyssa Ruiz. Ruiz, centering kick finds Jane Feeney. Feeney tried to send it through. Nobody there, but in comes Alyssa Ruiz. She's trying to gain the edge, trying to fake out Zheng. Turns, fires, deflected away by number 12. Number 12 kicks it, finds Messina, tapped over to Beckstein. Beckstein dribbling around. She's got some space to work. Boots it high into the air, trying to lead Messina. Messina's got some room. Kick is going to roll just wide, and Rosenblum can't chase it down. Karenna Beckstein with another great leading pass for her teammate Caroline Messina. But again, just couldn't quite finish on it. Milton Academy's got to be careful. A 1-goal lead is not safe. The goal kick for Ruiz tapped over to Monet. Monet sends it down the line. Passed ahead for number 8, Jordan Stukin. This one goes back to Monet. Across, slipped, taken away by Messina. Tough mistake by Rubays there. Couple kicks around, and eventually just winds up in the arms of Adriana Ruiz. She rolls it for McNeil. McNeil, dangerous centering pass, but finds Rubays, who gets it away to Stukin. Stukin sends it ahead for number 21, Sophie Pethrick. Pethrick sends it down the line, along the far side, and out of bounds. Throw in here, and good pressure from Abby Dunn leads to the out-of-bounds deflection. Milton takes over. Throw in, finds Pethrick. Pethrick passes it back, now kicked towards the middle, finds Alyssa Ruiz. Ruiz sends a pass back, but intercepted by Messina. Messina taps it over, finds Beckstein. Beckstein boots it ahead, deflected back by Rubays, and then kicked into some open space there. Tracked down by Zheng. Zheng tries to kick it ahead, intercepted by Stukin. Stukin kicks it back, now taken back by Zheng. Zheng dribbling through, but loses control, taken away by Dunn. Dunn trying to lead Alyssa Ruiz. Ruiz trying to bring the speed, but she's cut off by number 12. Number 12 sends it back to the keeper, who boots it high into the air. Swooping in and deflecting it back in is Ava McNeil, off the foot of Ruiz. Now off the foot of Kat Buckley, and then off of Pethrick finds Abby Dunn. Dunn kicks it into the box. It bounces wide, and that's going to be a goal kick. Goal kick comes as a liner towards the far side. Battling for it was Abby Dunn, but loses it out of bounds. Inbound throw for Groton. Sliced into the air and then booted away. Nice job, I believe, by Monet. Groton trying to reset here. Petherick applying pressure. And now, I think Petherick's pressure actually caused Groton to lose it out of bounds. Nice efforts there. The throw-in goes over a couple of heads, but now stolen away by Petherick. Petherick passes back to Monet, passed ahead, but then taken away. This is Bechstein now dribbling with it, trying to get around, stolen away, and nice work by the Milton defense. Petherick passes it to Ruiz. Ruiz trying to lead Buckley, but not there. Kicked away, and Ruiz tracks it down, taps it over to Monet. Monet passes ahead, finds Alyssa Ruiz. Ruiz trying to lead Stukin. Stukin trying to chase it down. Gets the edge on number 12, but number 12 kicks it away. And number 12's pass intercepted by Alyssa Ruiz. Ruiz kicks it ahead looking for Stukin, who just manages to get through her defender. Attempted centering kick deflected, but chased down by Ruiz. The tap goes to Abby Dunn. Dunn winds, fires, and it's going to float right into the arms of the keeper. Still 1-0 the score. The only score coming from number 24, Annie Renz. This one high into the air, deflected down by Ruiz. They try and pass it ahead, but Monet, a nice last line there. That pass deflected, being chased after by number 19, Ella Walsmith. Now a couple of passes back, a nice header, I think, from Monet. And now trying to apply some pressure is Petherick. Petherick manages to get the ball away, passes it over to Dunn. Dunn passes ahead, looking for Petherick. Petherick passes towards the middle, and I think they're going to call offsides. Offsides or out of bounds for the goal kick, not sure which. Petherick was trying to find Abby Dunn, or no, Kat Buckley, my mistake. The goal kick heads down the far side, off the head, and Petherick takes it again. Petherick working wonders in that transition game for Milton Academy, not letting Groton get much wares. This time the kick to open space intercepted by Audrey Howley, but kicked out of bounds. It's going to remain Groton ball. Just under 12 minutes left here in the first half. Milton Academy 1, Groton 0. Bechstein outnumbered, just barely manages to get the ball away. A couple passes ahead, finds number 11, who is battling with Ava McNeil. McNeil takes it away, but not before being blown for the whistle. Got a little too physical up against number 11, who is also not on my roster. Free kick will come from Bechstein. Into the air, towards the box, skips in, and a collision with the keeper. Aggressive attacking from Groton's number 9, Allison Candle. This leads to a free kick for Milton, and it's sent over to Claire Monet. Monet sends it down the far side, and now a pass to the middle for Howley. Howley dribbling with it, passes over to Alyssa Ruiz, who takes it, but swooping in is Candle. Candle's kick is deflected by Howley. It goes back and forth the kicks are going. Petherick applying some pressure, and the kick just has to go out of bounds off the foot of number 4, Grace Crowley. A wave of substitutions coming back in for the Mustangs as the throw-in goes to Carly Bell. Bell sends it down the line looking for Sarah George, but deflected out of bounds, I believe, by Crowley. Another throw-in for the Mustangs. Sent back to a wide-open Bell. Bell kicks it across, was looking for McNeil, but it's cut off and kicked into the air by Bechstein. Downed by Ruiz. Rubay's dribbling. Sends it ahead, finds Ruiz. Ruiz weaving through, sends a leading pass for George. Well cut off by number 20. George trying to fight through it, but Groton's number 20 wins it. The pass, however, is intercepted. Abby Dunn applying the pressure there as it's kicked out of bounds. And that'll remain Milton Academy ball. Just over 9 minutes left here in the half as Milton Academy trying to get something going. Carly Bell kicks it, and it's deflected away by number 10. Goes down the line and deflected out of bounds, I believe, off of Jordan Stukin. Groton's number 20, another player I don't have on my roster here. The throw in. It was Beckstein against Dunn, and it goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Groton. Kick into space, and it finds Bell. Bell sending it down the far end. A centering kick finds Jane Feeney. Feeney tries to kick it ahead against some competition, but the deflections give it back to Groton. Groton working down the line. This is Beckstein. She's been everywhere this first half, but hasn't been able to lead to a score just yet. Trying to spin around two defenders. She falls down and draws a penalty. Kind of looked like she slipped and fell, but it's hard to tell from this far away. The officials are closer. So it looks like they've got Candle and Beckstein over by the ball. No, it looks like they're going to send Beckstein closer to the box. So Candle, Allison Candle, will be taking this free kick. A slow roller into the box, scooped up easily by Adriana Ruiz. Throw in, bit deflects with the give and go back to McNeil. McNeil dribbling around, trying to lead, but goes off the back foot of Renz. Groton sends it away down towards the corner. Rubay's trying to chase it, and she does get it. Kicks it into the air, and a battle for it is won by Stukin. Stukin sends it ahead, but it's cut off by number 12 and booted into the air. Off the head and the wrong way. Off the head of Wallsmith, but it's tracked down by Adriana Ruiz. She sends it back to Wallsmith. Wallsmith taps it to Dunn. Dunn was trying to go back to Wallsmith. It's deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with Milton. Just over 6 minutes left in the half. Milton Academy 1, Groton 0. Bell kicks it down the line and out of bounds. That's going to give the ball to Groton as we've got some subs coming in. Throw in, couple deflections, whiff on the kick. And now a big chance for a second for Groton, but Rubay's cuts off Rosenblum. Ahead to Dunn. Dunn sends it down the far side for Wallsmith, who tries to kick it towards the middle, does get to a teammate. Pass goes back to Monet. Monet sends it ahead to Bell. Bell lost the ball, but it's picked up by George, and George gets taken down. Collides with a couple players, and I think they're going to call that a penalty on George. Indeed, they're going to call that on Sarah George, and so this will be a free kick for the Zebras. Just over 5 minutes left in the half. Booted into the air. Deflected towards the middle, but cut off by Milton Academy. Good job by Jordan Stukin. Stukin sends it down the line, finds Annie Renz. Renz trying to gain the edge on Zhang. Renz comes around the corner, dangerous, but cut off by number 12. Into the air it goes, and then number 12 boots it higher into the air, and successfully clears. McNeil downs it, now dribbling in some open space, tries to juke out her defender, running out of room, pushing and shoving, passes ahead to Feeney. Feeney sends it along the far edge to Sarah George. George trying to gain the edge, attempted centering kick, booted away by number 12. Now this kick into open space is cut off, I believe, by Walsmith. Kick towards the middle, now kicked away and out of bounds. This will go to Milton Academy. A quick substitution. This brings in Englert, who will make the throw-in as she takes the place of Walsmith. Englert's throw lands right with, I believe, George. The deflection goes to Jane Feeney. Feeney now trying to lead Jordan Stukin. Stukin just didn't have the angle there, and her kick goes out of bounds. Defended by Amy Zhang. Another substitution as Stukin checks out in favor of Alyssa Ruiz. Just over 3 minutes now before halftime. Into the air, taken for a second by Ruiz. Couple deflections and Dunn sends it back to McNeil. McNeil towards the middle finds Bell, now pass to Feeney. Feeney dribbling with it, sends it ahead, leading Renz. Good chance for Renz, fakes out the goalie, shoots, scores! Annie Renz, goal number 2. Nice assist from number 20, Jane Feeney. Once again, how about the lethal speed of Annie Renz? She's able to wait for the ball to float past the defenders and then just outspeed them to the ball. That's an invaluable skill to have in the sport of soccer. 2-0 now, a pair of goals from Annie Renz. And now just over 2 minutes before the half, and Milton Academy has a fairly comfortable 2-0 lead. Couple deflections, it goes back to Renz. Renz tried to pass it to George, just off the mark and taken away by Groton. Couple passes ahead, deflections. Excuse me. Englert kicks it down the line, taken by Crowley, but Crowley having to fight for it, and 2 players go down, and we get the whistle. It's going to be against Crowley. Got a little too physical, I believe, fighting against Sarah George for that ball, and this is now going to be a free kick for the Mustangs that will be taken by Englert. Englert just sends it back to Claire Monet. Monet kicks it right back to Englert. Englert centering pass to Bell, who chops it into the air. Nobody there, though, and Crowley is going to chase it down. Crowley kicks it out of bounds, and that's going to be an inbound throw for Milton Academy. Just over a minute left in the half. I guess we're not going to freeze the clock, or yes, we are. We just froze it at 1:16. We are officially in stoppage time. Only the officials know how much time is left here in the first half. Couple deflections, now booted into the air. And a bit physical, a bit too physical there from Sarah George. A nice pump fake from, I believe, number 6, or no, not number 6, from Karenna Beckstein, number 8. As she drew that penalty, but now an out-of-bounds kick gives it right back to Milton. Milton Academy trying to float one up for George. George trying to battle her way through her defender, gets the ball. Centering kick for Feeney, but cut off by Zhang. Dunn trying to cut off the clear kick, and it's chased down by Feeney. Passed back to Bell. Bell sends it back in looking for Ruiz, but off the mark. Kicked into the air by Candle. Chased down by Rubays. Tapped over to Monet. Monet sends it across midfield, and now we got a chase for it. It's cut off by number 12 and kicked out of bounds. Smart choice there, as both George and Renz were chasing after it. Or rather, George was chasing after the ball. Renz was trying to give her an easy pass. That one's deflected and taken away by Groton, but kicked right back by Carly Bell. Floater into the box. Renz trying to speed her way in, but this time not fast enough. This clear kick goes right to Jane Feeney. Feeney has 1 assist already. Now coming around the edge, centering kick into the hands of the Groton keeper. No goal. Booted high into the air now. Deflected into the air by Rosenblum. She tries to down it, but instead it's kicked away by Bell. Ball slips away and taken by Bechstein. Couple passes back to Bechstein, but she runs right into a defender and draws the penalty. Again, that is Sarah George. Bechstein boots this one into the air. Downed by McNeil. The kick kind of deflected. And that's going to be the half. Halfway through our score here at Dennis Field on the campus of Milton Academy in Milton, Massachusetts. The Milton Academy Mustangs 2, the Groton School Zebras 0. Both goals for the Mustangs coming off the foot of the junior forward and hometown product from right here in Milton, Massachusetts. That is number 24, Annie Renz. And really, both of her goals just sort of coming in similar fashion. A floater pass. She waits for the ball to go past the defender, outspeeds the defender to the ball, and then just fakes out the goalie and taps it in easily. I mean, no need for a powerful kick when you've got wheels like that. I am Jesse Mayfield-Shan, happy to bring you coverage of this Independent School League Girls Soccer Contest. Again, my apologies for the in-and-out Wi-Fi. If this problem keeps being a problem, then I will post a recorded version of this without all the buffering later. But in the meantime, Milton Academy 2, Groton 0. I'm Jesse Mayfield-Shan. I'm going to put my mic on mute to take a quick break between halves, but I'll be right back for the second half of this game. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome back to Dennis Field on the campus of Milton Academy in Milton, Massachusetts. On behalf of Milton Academy Live, I am Jesse Mayfield Sheehan, happy to bring you coverage of this Independent School League girls soccer contest between the visiting Groton School Zebras and the hosting Milton Academy Mustangs. Our score as we get ready to start the second half of play: Milton Academy 2, Groton 0. Quite a shock if all you did was look at the records coming into this one. Milton coming in with an 0-3 record, while Groton was 3-2-1 and coming off a 5-2 victory over Brooks. But right now, Milton Academy firmly in control on the scoreboard with a 2-0 lead thanks to a pair of first-half goals from number 24, Annie Renz. Groton trying to get things going to start, but the ball is tipped away by the combined efforts of number 4, Michelle Rubez, and number 11, Carly Bell. The clearing kick from Ava McNeil is kicked right back in, but out of bounds, off the foot of Groton's number 6, Amy Zhang. You know, as much as Annie Renz and the offense are going to get a lot of the highlights today, you got to give a lot of credit to the defensive efforts of goalkeeper Adriana Ruiz and the defenders and the center backs Clara Monet and Michelle Rubez, providing a solid last line as this kick rolls harmlessly into the arms of, I think, a new keeper as Milton Academy works the clear. But off the deflections, it's taken by Jane Feeney. Her kick, however, is taken away by Grace Crowley, passed ahead to Karenna Beckstein. Beckstein tries to float one up down the right side, finds her target who fires, and in! That one found just barely in the corner. That looked like it was going to sail right over the bar, but the shot from number 2, Caroline Messina. I mean, a kick from that level, you really wouldn't expect it to fly right, but it just found the corner. We've got ourselves a ball game. In the first couple minutes here in the second half, Groton gets on the board and makes this a 2-1 contest. The pass back to Bell and then passed back to number 16, Englert, along to Monet and then Rubez, but then the pass is intercepted. That was Allison Candle, but then taken right back by Michelle Rubez, deflected, but then kept with Milton by Abby Dunn, passed back to Ava McNeil, who sends it back to the keeper. Bit of an off-angle kick, but it goes to Haley Englert. Centering pass to Bell, and Bell is knocked over by Beckstein, who is whistled for the penalty. And indeed, we do have a new keeper in net here in the second half for Milton Academy. This is number 0, Claire Candela. So Adriana Ruiz took the spot between the pipes in the first half, did a good job and a couple of highlight-worthy saves, but now Candela takes over. Free kick now for Monet. Into the air it goes. And taken by Annie Renz. Renz trying to gain the edge. Centering kick is booted out by Zhang. Tracked down by Groton's number 7, trying to keep it in bounds and can't do it. Rough dribbling effort there from number 7, Alessandra Powell. Throw in from Englert, aimed at Renz. Renz again trying to gain the edge. Centering kick again. Dangerous, but the deflection goes right into the hands of the Groton keeper. We're less than 4 minutes into this second half, and the lead's already been cut in half. High bounce. Battle between Powell and Sarah George, and Powell manages to get it ahead to Rosenblum. Tapped back to Powell. Gets through the defender, but then kicked away by Monet. Back into open space, and George kicks it ahead, but then number 12 kicks it back. Taken by Candle, floating it ahead for Messina. She's got one goal already. Messina fakes out Rubez, turns around, centering kick, and what a save by Candela! By the fingertips off the shot from, I think, Rosenblum, either Rosenblum or Bechstein. Candela rolls it to Monet, kicked over to Englert. Englert kicks it through to Feeney, who then kicks it back to Monet. Monet fakes out Rosenblum, sends a pass ahead to Abby Dunn. Dunn ahead to Sarah George. George boots it, deflected a couple of times, then taken by Alyssa Ruiz. She kicks it ahead. Annie Renz, not quite this time. Cut off by the keeper, but Renz has shown to be dangerous on those kind of plays. She's got 2 scores off of them already just today. Battle along the far side leads to an out-of-bounds Groton ball. Throw in is taken by Karenna Bechstein. Bechstein kicks, trying to lead her teammate. Roubaix is trying to deflect it away. So is Monet. But no, it's taken by Messina. Shot! Turned away just barely by Candela. Another big chance for Messina. And again, Claire Candela keeping the lead intact with a spectacular reaching save. It is going to be a corner kick for the Zebras now. Milton Academy has got to watch out for number 2, Caroline Messina. She's got 1 goal already, and she's threatening to get a second. She's had 2 nice chances already. 1 for an assist and 1 for a second goal. This kick from Candle is high, downed for a second, but couldn't keep control of it, and it's lost out of bounds. That'll be a goal kick. Genevieve Nelson is trying to track that one down, but nothing doing. Candela kicks it over to Monet. Monet sends it down the near side, finds Englert. Englert, centering pass, gets to George, ahead to Feeney. Feeney trying to battle through Powell, but can't do it, and it's kicked away. Now a couple deflections. Rosenblum trying to battle Roubaix. Roubaix knocks it away, but Messina fires. Another save by Candela. Monet boots it out of there just to be safe. And how about the pressure from Caroline Messina early here in the second half for the Zebras? Looks like the throw-in deep in the Milton Academy end will come from Alessandra Powell. Over a couple heads, deflected out by Monet. George trying to clear it, and battling with Powell, and we got a whistle against Powell. Alessandra Powell has been a big physical presence in the transition game for Groton this half. That time she draws the whistle. Monet kicks it over to Roubaix. Roubaix kicks it ahead to McNeil. McNeil sending it down the far side looking for Alyssa Ruiz. And lost out of bounds. This will be a throw-in for the Zebras. It goes to Candle, now to Nelson. Intercepted by Bell. Ahead to Feeney. Feeney a little off there, but manages to get her control and pass it ahead for Abby Dunn. Dunn taking it down the far side, trying to dribble through several defenders and draws a penalty. Nice job by Abby Dunn. You try and force your way through those double teams, sometimes you'll draw the penalty. This free kick is going to come from, a quick from Monet to McNeil, now along the end to Ruiz. Stolen away by, I believe, Bechstein and kicked out of bounds, but we've got a whistle, and I think that's going to be an offsides call against Milton Academy. So even though the out-of-bounds kick would have given the ball back to Milton Academy, I think some savvy defenders for Groton managed to step up and cause the offsides. 31 minutes still left in the second half, and it's only a 1-score game. 2-1, Milton Academy leads Groton. Keeper boots this one towards midfield. Bounces, taken by Carly Bell. Bell trying to get through some defenders. Turning the corner, Bechstein, a long kick, finds Powell. Powell racing against Englert. Englert applying the pressure. Powell has to turn around and pass it back to Rosenblum. Rosenblum trying to center it for Messina. Messina's got a good chance, being swarmed by defenders, and Roubaix trying to get it away. And now George battling with Powell, and now Rosenblum trying to take it away and gain the edge. Big chance for Rosenblum coming around the corner. Centering kick and snagged by Candela. Candela heaves this one in for Alyssa Ruiz. Ruiz being swarmed immediately, taken away by Nelson. Tapped over for Candle. Candle launches one down the field, and that's going to go out of bounds. Some big offensive pushes early in this second half from the Groton Zebras. They want this tie game, and they want it bad. Candela boots it into space. It's taken for a second by Nelson, but then tapped away. It goes back to Bell. Roubaix is trying to clear, and my mistake, that wasn't Nelson, that was Messina. Pass to McNeil. McNeil taps it over to Bell. Bell sends it ahead for Ruiz. Ruiz dribbling, being pursued by Bechstein. Bechstein trying to wrestle it away, and she slips, being swarmed, trying to get around, and somehow Bechstein gets through all of that with the ball, launches one, and it bounces into the arms of Candela. I'll tell you, for the most part, the officials are just letting them play here. Both teams are pushing and shoving and wrestling for the ball. And honestly, purely from a spectator's perspective, it's fun to watch. We got some subs coming in. Couple subs for Groton. About the throw-in is lost out of bounds. Throw in now for Milton Academy. George pops it into the air, trying to lead her teammates. In comes Annie Renz! And sliding in and taking the ball is the Groton keeper. That's a couple instances this half where Renz has almost gotten the hat trick. High punt, bounces, and a little too high, could not be tracked down by number 20, lost out of bounds. Englert, the fast throw in. Bit of a battle for it, and George is trying to speed through and keep it in bounds. She does, trying to gain the edge, and knocked out of bounds by number 10, and I think we've got a penalty call, or at least a corner kick. Last line of defense was number 10, Nina Rutledge. And she now sets up the corner kick for Milton Academy. Alyssa Ruiz will be taking this kick. Here it comes. Off the head of a defender. And out of bounds, looks like. That's going to be another corner kick. Ruiz again lining up, boots it high in the air, off the head, but right into the arms of the keeper. Not enough power off that header from, I believe, Sarah George. And now the Groton keeper boots it high in the air. This one's going to go across midfield. Bit of a bounce taken by Englert. Rosenblum trying to wrestle it away, but Englert taps it over to Roubaix. Roubaix kicks it ahead across midfield, and it finds Sarah George. George trying to hit a leading pass, but deflected away. Loose ball for a second, still being fought for. Abby Dunn swoops in and takes it away from Bechstein. Now floating it down the near side, leading for Alyssa Ruiz, but Grace Crowley cuts it off and taps a pass over for number 20. Centering pass finds Bechstein. Bechstein kicks ahead. It gets past Rosenblum and is being chased down by Monet. Monet trying to turn around fast. She gets it away to Englert. Englert sends it down the line. Nobody there except Crowley. Crowley boots it back into the air. over a couple of heads. Monet kicks it off the head of Rosenblum and into the air. Englert lines it down the near side and out of bounds. We're going to have a throw in here for Crowley. Gets to number 20, and the kick goes out of bounds. That'll be Milton Academy ball. Englert throws it in off the head, off a foot, downed and kicked ahead. Messina taps it back to Messina. Messina trying to dribble with it, and now tries a leading pass fired by Candle, just wide. This will be a goal kick now for Claire Candela, who's been busy this second half. Candela boots it into the air. Down the near side. Kicked away by number 20. Battling for it now was Beckstein, but it goes into open space, kicked ahead by Ruiz. Finds George. George now boots it way down into the Groton end. Nobody there, but gives the Milton Academy defense a chance to breathe. This one booted high into the air, off the head of George, and that's going to go out of bounds. 23.5 minutes now left here in the second half. 2-1, Milton still leads. Throw in is deflected into the air and lost out of bounds. Throw in, taken by George. Centering kick intercepted by Nelson. Nelson passes ahead, finds number 11. 11 tries the through pass, taken away by Rubiz, but then number 11 kicks it again. McNeil sends it back to Candela. Candela sends it way into the corner. Bit off angle there on that attempted kick. Englert trying to get it out of there, and she draws the favorable deflection for a goal kick. Smart recovery there by Haley Englert. She was in a tough position there and got really the best result possible. Candela boots it down the near side again. Englert keeps it in, trying to fight through number 20, but number 11 swoops in and takes it. Alyssa Ruiz takes it back, trying to dribble through. Too much pressure, and it's taken by Beckstein. Beckstein trying to send one through, but quickly cut off by Candela. Candela boots it into the air. Goes off number 10. Then Ruiz passes to Renz. Renz's kick deflected by Nelson and goes to Beckstein. Beckstein gets around Renz. Now gets past Bell. Beckstein still dribbling with it. Got some space. A slow roller. It's deflected off the foot of Monet, which was almost a little harder for Candela to track down. But she does get it. Candela rolls it over for Monet. Monet's got some space to dribble. Now boots it high into the air, over a couple of heads. Now it's a foot race for it. George manages to get control, or rather lets it go out of bounds. Quick throw in, sliced into the air, taken by Bell, tapped ahead to nobody and taken away by Groton. Ahead to Beckstein. Beckstein kicks it, deflected by Rubiz, but this is going to be chased down by Groton. Big chance here. Swooping in is Candela, and she knocks it away. Englert comes in and kicks it away. Who else but Caroline Messina with the big chance there, as now Milton works on the clear. Alyssa Ruiz now with some space to work. Leads it for Sarah George. George has it on the edge. Attempted centering kick looking for Buckley, but not there. The keeper throws it in. Finds a teammate down the side, and that kick is going to go out of bounds. Couple subs coming in for Milton Academy. 2-1 remains the score. We're almost halfway through this second half. Just over 20 minutes left. Throw-in goes back to Rubays, now back to McNeil, back to Rubays. Rubays dribbling through, got some space, but now being swarmed, and it's taken away by Candle. Allison Candle tries to kick it through, deflected by Rubays. Now Feeney applying some pressure, cuts it off, and out of bounds off Groton. Great effort by Jane Feeney. And now, oh no, they actually called, did they actually call a penalty? I think this might actually be a penalty kick, and it's going to be taken by Michelle Rubays. Rubays boots it into the air, across midfield, taken by Annie Renz. Renz trying to get around her defender, sends something ahead for George, sliding in is the keeper, and George slides in as well, a hard collision, but they both walk away all right. Still 2-1. This one booted into the air. Deflected down. Now they kick, looking for number 20 along the near side. Centering kick is taken by number 11. She has to pass and retreat back to Beckstein. Beckstein weaving her way through, got some space, launches one to the corner. Might have been just wide, but either way, snagged by Candela. Rolls it in for Carly Bell. Bell passes for Englert. Englert loses control of it, and it's taken away by number 11. Pass to Beckstein. Beckstein sends a pass looking for Messina. Cut off well by Rubays, and it goes ahead to Alyssa Ruiz, who kicks a leading pass for George. George trying to fight for it, but it's kicked away by number 12. Kicked back ahead by McNeil. Renz chasing after it, but it's going to skip into the hands of the keeper. Booted high into the air by the keeper. Downed by Beckstein. Dribbling with it, sends a leading pass. Cut off well by Rubays. Rubays manages to get the ball through to Englert. Passed ahead for Jordan Stukin. Stukin boots it ahead, trying to lead Renz. Renz gets in front of it, dribbling, gaining the edge, centering kick off the pole. Just under 18 minutes left now in the second half. Milton Academy 2, Groton 1. Keeper boots it. Finds Alessandra Powell back in the game. Centering kick taken by Feeney, but then lost. Tracked down by Ruiz instead. Ruiz's kick is deflected and then sent back by Groton. Messina tries to pass to Candle along the far side, and Candle launches it downfield and out of bounds. Couple more subs coming in. Among them is number 19, Ella Walsmith, as well as number 21, Sophie Pethrick. Weird deflections off that throw-in. And now Groton trying to dribble with it. Cut off by McNeil and booted into the air. Renz all by herself. Big chance for Renz. Fires, scores! That's the hat trick! Have yourself a day, Annie Renz. All 3 goals for her team. She's already scored more goals in this game alone than the entire team scored in their first 3 contests. And again, just the same strategy. Float it up and let Renz and her big speed do the rest. But that was about as wide open as she's been all day. I mean, she could just stand there and order lunch while she was waiting to take that shot. So Groton now trailing 3-1 as they are trying to get themselves back in this game. This one fought through by Feeney, and Feeney draws another penalty. Jane Feeney, a strong physical worker in the transition game, pretty effective at drawing those penalties. She's drawn 2 already since checking in here in the second half. Looks like the free kick's going to be taken by Monet. Just over 15 minutes left here in the second half. The score, Milton Academy 3, Groton 1. Monet boots it high in the air. A weird deflection. Fighting for it. It gets away from them, being chased down by Stukin, who kicks it back in. Or no, she doesn't. She can't get it back in. But they're going to say it was out off Groton anyway. The throw-in goes to Sophie Pethrick. Long kick goes out of bounds, and it'll remain Milton Academy ball. Throw-in. Taken for a second by Groton, but then taken back by Carly Bell. Passed ahead to Sophie Pethrick. Pethrick loses control for a second, gets tripped up, and draws a penalty. Monet again lining up for the free kick for Milton Academy. This one booted into the air. And just off the mark, Feeney was coming in looking to head that one, but it curved the wrong way. Feeney chases it down, passes it back to McNeil. McNeil launches it towards the box, but wide of everything. This one booted into the air by the keeper. Bounces over everybody and lost out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in from Walsmith. Deflected by Stukin, then taken away by number 10. Bell kicks it ahead, finds Renz. Now over to Sophie Pethrick. Pethrick can't quite fight through the defense. It's deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with Milton. Throw-in finds Stukin, who is battling with Powell. Pass to Pethrick. Sophie Pethrick loses the ball, taken away by Groton. Big kick from Beckstein, trying to lead Messina. Monet kicks it away and out of bounds. Caroline Messina has been threatening ever since her early second half goal that got her team back in it. As this throw is deflected by Stukin, kicked back in by Crowley, taken by Walsmith. Walsmith trying to dribble, has it taken away. Dangerous chance here. Rosenblum was trying to tap it to Messina, but instead it gets deflected and kicked away. Now to Beckstein, and Bell is fighting to get that ball back, and now trying to get it back is Emma Pethrick. Beckstein still fighting through so many players. How does she still have the ball? She manages to get a pass away to Messina. Messina fakes out one defender, can't fake out the other. Kicked away by Stukin and then kicked away by Walsmith. Sophie Pethrick keeps it in bounds, kicks it through, taken by Crowley. Crowley kicks it into space, deflected by Bell, off the foot of number 10, and being chased after by Amy Zhang. Zhang tries to pass, intercepted by Feeney. Jane Feeney taking off for a second, but then it's poked away and taken by Groton. Kicked ahead, but cut off by Michelle Rubez. Passed ahead for Stukin. Stukin sends a leading pass for Emma Pethrick. Pethrick trying to gain the edge. Runs out of room, fights through a defender. Centering kick flies high and wide. "11 minutes left here in the second half. Milton Academy 3, Groton 1. Milton Academy trying to finish up their first win of the season so they can improve to 1-3. A loss here would drop Groton to a .500 record of 3-3-1. Keeper boots this one into the air. skips a couple of times, and I think they called McNeil for the push-off. Sent to Bechstein. Bechstein dribbling around, but pursued from behind and taken away by Sophie Petherick. Petherick dribbling, sends a leading pass. Who else but Annie Renz? She's got 3 already. Can she make this punishing? Tries to kick it through, deflected away. Petherick comes in, launches. Just over the bar. I mean, like inches over that bar. I thought it would actually bounce off the crossbar there, that rebound shot by Sophie Petherick. No goal and kicked into the air. Taken by Wall-Smith for a second, but now Powell takes it away. Attempted centering kick, intercepted by Jane Feeney. Feeney kicks it ahead, but kicked away by Zhang, taken by Petherick. Pass to Renz. Renz surveying, dribbling slowly, passes over to Emma Petherick. Petherick dribbles through, takes a shot. Feeney buries it! I couldn't tell if that one counted or if they called an offsides, and indeed they called an offsides on Milton Academy. That goal will not count. That would have been goal number 4. That would have been a dagger. Instead, Groton again trying to work on the recovery. Some nice footwork from Ava McNeil, but kicked away by Genevieve Nelson. That'll be out of bounds. Throw in is taken away by Groton. Couple of kicks in the transition game, and now it gets to Bechstein. Bechstein launches one looking for Rosenblum, but kicked away by Monet. Deflected by Petherick, and then back to Stukin, but lost control of it. From Rosenblum to Powell, back to Rosenblum. Ashley Rosenblum dribbling with it. Gets around Wall-Smith. Attempted centering kick, and booted away by Rubays. Now Crowley comes in, trying to keep it in bounds despite the pressure from Sophie Petherick, and she does and kicks it back to number 10. Number 10, pass gets past Bechstein, taken by Rubays. Rubays fakes out Bechstein, keeps dribbling, passes ahead for Jane Feeney. Feeney going along the edge. She's been quietly dangerous all game. Twisting around, passing it back. Finds number 13, Audrey Howley, but she loses it to Groton. Kicked ahead, taken by Rubays. Rubays, plenty of space to work. She can just sort of wait this out. Now passes ahead to Renz, who taps it over to Stukin. Stukin tries to kick it ahead, intercepted by Crowley. Fought for by Stukin, but then Crowley kicks it away, taken by Howley. Howley dribbling against Bechstein. She kicks it down the near side and out of bounds. This ball will go to Groton. Just over 7 minutes left. A sub coming in, that's number 20, replacing Powell for Groton. As Grace Crowley getting ready to throw this one in. Throw in goes to number 10, tapped to Bechstein. Bechstein floats one up off the head of Messina, trying to chase it, but McNeil boots it into the air. Downed by Bell and passed over to Wall-Smith. Wall-Smith launches it through. Renz trying to take it. Annie Renz is cut off by number 12, and no call there. Swooping in and taking it is Zhang. Renz trying to chase after it. She takes it right back. Annie Renz, attempted centering kick, is deflected away, gets to Nelson. Stolen back. That's Jane Feeney trying to fight her way through. Can't do it. Knocked away by number 12. Kick goes back, taken by Bell. Bell launches it into the box, and it one-hops into the arms of the keeper. Renz and Feeney still applying the offensive pressure, even with a 2-score lead. Deflection goes well into the Milton end, but kicked back across by McNeil. Header by Feeney moves it ahead, but that's going to be out of bounds, and that'll be Groton ball. 5.5 minutes left in this contest, give or take stoppage time. As Groton trying to make things happen, but they're outnumbered. A bit of an errant clearing kick there. Rosenblum trying to make things happen, but Monet boxing her out. That's going to be a goal kick for Candela, who, despite the only allowed goal of this game for Milton Academy, has had some highlight-worthy saves here in the second half after Adriana Ruiz gave some nice efforts for a shutout in the first half. Kicked ahead to Carly Bell. Bell sends it down the far side. Now kicked ahead looking for George. Cut off. Deflected back. Taken right back by Milton Academy. I think that's Englert. Englert kicks it ahead looking for Emma Pethrick. Pethrick trying to race in. Gets the deflection. And it looks like they're going to grant the corner kick to Milton Academy. Alyssa Ruiz getting ready to kick this corner kick. She just taps it in for a pass. Back to Ruiz. Ruiz taps it over to Bell. Bell sends it in. Nobody there, and it's kicked away. Goes right back to Monet. Monet dribbling with plenty of space. Passes it along to Wallsmith. Wallsmith trying to battle through. Gets the ball through, but nobody there, so it's kicked away. Now headed away by number 12, and this is going to be another corner kick. Less than 4 minutes to go. Alyssa Ruiz getting ready for another corner kick. Her team up 3-1. Booted into the air. Weird deflection taken by Englert, who launches it into the box. Almost in! Haley Englert! A well-placed floating shot to the far side of the net. The keeper got her fingertips on it, but couldn't deflect it enough. Haley Englert delivers goal number 4 for Milton Academy. 4-1 now with less than 3 minutes left. Groton trying to make something happen now as Messina has it taken away by Englert. Now to the far side, taken by Sarah George, but then taken away by Groton. Now George sends it upfield, number 12 cutting it off, with Milton Academy's number 15, Amanda Alegria, in pursuit there. She's seeing the pitch for the first time today. Now Groton takes it back off the throw-in, passed ahead to Beckstein. Beckstein dribbling through, floats one ahead, trying to lead for Messina. Candela charging aggressively out of the box. Messina gets it away, kicks, rolls in. The goals won't stop coming. Caroline Messina. Wait, we've got a whistle. Oh no, I think they are saying that it counts. Milton Academy taking their sweet time getting this ball back to midfield so they can reset. And we are now firmly in stop score after the hustling goal from number 2, Caroline Messina, her second of the day. Back to Carly Bell, now over to Alyssa Ruiz. Ruiz kicks it ahead, cut off by Crowley, and deflected out of bounds. Messina with the score off the assist from Karenna Beckstein. Throw-in goes to Bell. Bell gets taken to the ground, and they're going to call the foul on Ashley Rosenblum. Still in stoppage time here. Milton Academy 4, Groton 2. Claire Monet taking the free kick. She launches it downfield. It curves towards the corner, being chased after by Emma Pethrick, but cut off and kicked out of bounds by Groton. Pethrick throws it in. It's taken back by Groton, but kicked all the way back to, I believe, Englert, who launches it in. Scrum for it, kicked away by 12. Now kicked towards the far side. Englert chasing after it, lost out of bounds. It'll be Groton ball. Throw in, tapped back, booted into the air. They're trying to lead Rosenblum. Rosenblum just can't get a foot on it. Walsmith tries to kick it away, taken by Rosenblum. A desperate kick, but harmlessly into the hands of Claire Candela. Candela boots this one into the air. Deflected and taken by Ruiz. Taps it down the near side to Walsmith. Walsmith sends it ahead to Renz. Renz slightly misses the ball there, but still gains the edge on Crowley. Renz fires the centering kick, but not before the ball crosses the line. That's going to be a goal kick for Groton. Groton down by 2 here in stoppage time. And the kick is booted right back by Walsmith. Goes back to Crowley. Crowley has it deflected by Renz. And Renz takes it away, passes to Ruiz. Ruiz dribbling, still dribbling, fires, and this one rolls into the arms of the keeper. Keeper boots it high towards midfield. Bit of a deflection, but then taken by Messina. Messina trying to force her way through, but it's taken away by Bell, and then booted by Englert. Deflection, and they're going to say either a handball or a penalty against Genevieve Nelson. Claire Monet will be taking this free kick for the Mustangs, as we are all just awaiting the final whistle from the officials. Monet boots it high into the air, deep towards the box. Renz chasing it. It has to be booted away by Beckstein and out of bounds. Throw in for Milton Academy. Goes to Renz. Back to Ruiz. Ruiz dribbling. Running out of room. Deflected out of bounds. And that's going to be a corner kick. There was a bit of confusion at first, but this will be a corner kick for Milton Academy. Ruiz boots it in the air. Deflected and taken by Groton. And still battling through. This is Beckstein. Has it knocked away by Bell, and Englert kicks it back in. Milton Academy still applying the pressure. And there's your final whistle. The Mustangs have win number 1. Your final score here at Dennis Field on the campus of Milton Academy in Milton, Massachusetts. The Milton Academy Mustangs 4, the Groton School Zebras 2. And what a thriller of a contest that was. Hats off to plenty of players in this contest, but of course, the MVP has got to be junior forward and hometown product, number 24, Annie Renz, recording the hat trick on the day. A spectacular effort from her. Fourth goal from Milton Academy, of course, coming from number 16, the senior defender from Jamaica Plain, Haley Englert. For Groton, both goals came in the second half from the same source, the senior forward from Auburn, Massachusetts, number 2, Caroline Messina. Milton got 2 unanswered scores in the first half from Rennes, both off of similar plays where they just take advantage of her speed by floating one up deep in the Groton end and just let Rennes wait for it to float past the defender so she can avoid the offsides call, and then just raced to the ball, outpacing both the defender and the goalie to give herself an open shot. Milton Academy went into the half leading 2-0. Then Groton answered right back almost immediately with a nice goal by Caroline Messina, assisted, I want to say, by Karenna Beckstein. I think Beckstein actually assisted both scores. I'm not entirely sure, though. But in the inside the first 2 minutes of the first half, Messina scored her first goal, made it a 2-1 game. But then after a little while later in the half, about midway through the half, a little over midway through the half, Rennes scored again, and on a goal where she was so wide open, she really just got to stand there and wait before she finally fired one past the keeper, almost like she was taking a penalty kick. It was wild, but it did give her the hat trick. A goal by Haley Englert off of a corner kick that just deflected and bounced right to her foot. She launched a nice floater to the far side of the field, the far side of the net, I should say, and it deflected off the fingertips of the keeper and in to make it 4-1. After that, one last goal towards the end of the game, just before stoppage time by Messina, made it 4-2, and that would be the last score of the game. So Milton Academy improves to 1-3 on the season, and they'll be back in action on Saturday, this time at Barrelson Field instead of Dennis. That'll be this Saturday at 1:30 p.m. They will be hosting Phillips Exeter Academy, and I will be back for that game as well, so be sure to tune in here to the Milton Academy Live channel. Remember, if you enjoy the broadcast, you can hit that like button. If you want to stay up to date on all our upcoming broadcasts, you can subscribe to the channel. And other than that, for the last time, as I turn us over to the scoreboard, Milton Academy 4, Groton 2. I am Jesse Mayfield Sheehan. Thank you all for watching, and have a great rest of your day.